There is, as I look out of my commentary box window, a very large and very excited crowd here today, eagerly anticipating another memorable race. Lewis Hamilton took his maiden win on this circuit in 2007. Jenson Button came from last place to win here in 2011, and there's certainly no shortage of drama on offer here at the Canadian Grand Prix. If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour going into the final chicane. But that speed requires discipline, and there are more than a few close walls here just waiting to punish drivers with a heavy right foot. It's a favourite for fans and drivers alike then here in Canada. We're used to seeing the unexpected happen here, and with me today to enjoy it all is Anthony Davidson, a man who knows firsthand the surprises that can pop up in this race.
I do indeed. I had a good chance at some points here in 2007, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. My old colleague Takuma Sato, though, he managed to finish 6th, so the team took home 3 valuable points, and that was a big boost to everyone at the time. I'm not sure I can think of anywhere else that so consistently provides the kind of late race excitement we get here. Obviously, towards the end of the Grand Prix, the brakes are getting worn, maybe the weather situation has changed, so there's a lot to keep fighting for all the way up to that final corner.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Nico Rosberg will start his Silver Arrow from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Massa, Sebastian Vettel and Verstappen, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Raikkonen and Sergio Perez, Grosjean, Sainz, Daniel Kvyat and Button, a Renault, Wehrlein, Fernando Alonso and Rio Haryanto, Nasser and Ericsson, Esteban Gutierrez and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Hello everyone and welcome back to F1 2016 career mode in the Renault. This is the Canadian Grand Prix. We're going to take a look at the strategy there and take a bit of fuel out. We're starting on the soft tyre and we'll be making our way onto the ultra soft tyre. Let's get into the race. Bit cloudy. Here come the lights. And away we go. Very good launch off the line. Gonna have a look up the inside of Grosjean and up the inside of Perez. Don't quite get him. Got Kvyat on our right hand side. Go around the outside of him. Gonna have a look at Perez, but we get squeezed out of road. Gonna slot him behind instead. A little bit of contact there, but we have made the pass on Perez, or maybe not. Still side by side with Perez. And we go down the back straight. Under the bridge. Into the chicane. And we are through. Let's have a look at the replay of the start. Bit slow from a couple of people. Bit of smoke in the background. 3 wide into turn 1. 2 Maroushes and the McLaren battling it out in the background as well. Got our pretty decent scrap with Kvyat. We're on the harder tyre than them. Had to completely back out of that. In real life, Perez probably would have got a puncture for that little bit of contact there. We are side by side, little Renault engine holding its own to a degree as we go around the outside of Perez and take that place. Lap 3 of 35. We're still in front of Perez. Only just. He's in the slipstream, and remember DRS is active now as well. And there's just no contest really. And he's on the super soft tyre. So Perez takes that place. Somebody diving into the pit lane there, I'm not quite sure who that was. They're in very early for a stop.
Leader, 11.9 seconds.
And all the way to lap 20, we're still on those soft tyres. We haven't made a stop yet. And that is why we have cars all over us. There's Ricciardo passing us. We dropped down to 5th. Like I said, the only reason why we're that high up is because we haven't stopped yet.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs.
Bottas having a go, shoving us a little wide. Somehow keeping hold of that position. Lap 23 of 35.
Switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
This is the lap of our pit stop. Everybody seems to be on the soft tyre, but remember their tyres will be at least 10, 15, maybe more laps fresher than ours. As a lot of them started on either the soft or the ultra. We do have a bit of damage to the front wing, but it's been manageable so far, making sure that we don't speed across the pit lane entry line. Otherwise that would be a drive-through. And there Renault is with a front wing and they're changing it, thus ruining the race for us. Look at how we're pinballing down the field. We're down to 16th place now. 20th place.
Look after these tyres now.
We're on the ultra soft tyre. I can't wait for this new patch to come because I hear you are able to select if you want to change the front wing or not. Had I not have changed the front wing, I would have been a lot further up the field. But at least it gives us a bit of entertainment for the rest of the race. Lap 24 of 35, remember. And we are 20th. You can already see the pace advantage and the grip advantage that we have on these ultra soft tyres. Manor and the Sauber getting together in the hairpin. We have DRS on Hulkenberg.
Julian is in the pits.
Our teammate Palmer pits. We're going to back out that because we're not stupid. Side by side action with the AI in front of us. That's Hulkenberg and Ericsson. We're going to try a little bit of an undercut. A switch back 3 wide into the second chicane. Little contact, but we are through with the more grip. That 26 of 35, and we've caught up to 15th place. It's Verline and Grosjean. And again, just under sheer traction, we're going to get alongside and past Roman Grosjean for 15th place. Lap 28 of 35. Into the hairpin. So much more grip. A little bit of a locker. But we're through on Verline. Just about. DRS should help us finish that off, which it does. We're up to 14th place. Lap 30 of 35, and we've caught up to Haryanto. And that's an easy pass.
Caution, yellow.
We had yellow flags and Verstappen retiring from the race at the hairpin. That's why the yellow flags were out in that brief moment. Lap 31 and we're passing Alonso with ease. That Honda engine really not that great. Being the understatement of the year. And into the last chicane for the final time. We didn't manage to get any further up. Button was next on our hit list, but we couldn't get there in time. And we finished 11th.
Good job, you did really well. Super driving.
Given the fact that we were given the task of 13th and we finished 11th, I think that was quite good. But had Renault not changed my front wing, we might actually have been in the points. So yeah, roll on that patch.
What do you think made the difference here?
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. And the credit to the driver as well, though.
Kimi Räikkönen there.
Having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hand on the wheel, of course.
Here come our winning drivers then.
There we go, Sebastian Vettel taking third in that race. Rosberg in his usual place of second, and Hamilton there on the top step of the podium. Looked like Vettel was on the ultra softs as well at the end. Maybe he went for a yeah, double stint on those ultras. And there we go. That's confirmation of where we finished. Palmer finishing 15th.
And now let's take a look at the driver's stats.
Lewis Hamilton, Raikkonen and Rosberg are exactly where they were before. Massa has overtaken Verstappen with his retirement. Vettel overtakes Bottas. Perez overtakes Sainz in the Drivers' Championship.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, good work from Force India this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling
I certainly
installment
agree.
of this
Right,
Formula One season.
next time out will be Baku. So, hope to see you then. Do take care now.